Good evening friends, again welcome to my YouTube channel. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, my videos are not able to reach by you in a particular time. But while I was started my first video, and then we are continuing with the part 2 video. So this part 2 video is a special video for you. You can go through this video and check what are the things which were missing in the time of the previous video. Again, this is Syed Ejaz Ahmed. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to discuss some terminology of HSE. Again, like to say that please subscribe my channel if you feel my videos are useful and informative for you. There are many videos you will find related to these topics, and today also I am giving you a very simple and illustrative way to understand the terminology of HSE. So, in part 1 video, if you have already watched my part 1 video, I have given you introduction how HSE, health, safety and environment. So, in this video, we are going to continue from that particular point. So now, HSE, health, safety and environment, it's one of the talkative topic in the world now. Any companies, organizations, they are following HSE to protect people and save lives. Exactly, we save lives. If HSE is not there, people will get injuries, people will get accident, penalties. Like we have in our further videos, we will be going to explain you what is moral, legal and financial. Why we need to manage health and safety? Why we need to manage health and safety? Because of 3 factors: moral, legal and financial. These all 3 topics we will be coming up in our further videos. Today we were only going to talk of some of terminology related to HSE. You might have come across with lot of videos, information in Google. But today I am going to try and best that you will get very illustrative way of learning from my videos. Alright, then we will start with, in the board you can find health, health. Health means a state of well-being. That means like a person is healthy when he is out of any disease. Safety, you can say absence of danger of physical harm, means there will be no physical harm to the people if there is away from danger. Or you can say like if you are avoiding hazard in your area, that means your place is safe and safety is well updated and maintained. And environment is as usual our natural environment, which consists of air, land and water. So now in this, HSE is a full form, health and safety of environment. Now we are going to talk about some more terminology which is generally used in HSE. Hazard, anything which have the potential to cause you harm. Anything. It can be electrical, it can be a fire, anything which have the potential that can cause you harm. Risk. Risk is a combination of likelihood and consequences. Whenever there is any business, when there is any project, people are estimating the risk and evaluating the risk. How they estimate, how they evaluate? First, they will put likelihood. Likelihood means possibilities, chances, how much chances. And same, what if we have done this job, what will happen? The impact or consequence or result or severity. So risk is a combination of likelihood and consequence. Then incident, anything which happen. In general, we are talking about the workplace area. If something happen in any area, in a part of the area, it will consider as an incident. Accident. Accident is generally unplanned, undesirable event which can result to injuries, loss of properties. This is called accident, which is never planned and never desired also. And near miss is something where you are going to miss. So this is all about this terminology. Then we will talk about tolerable risk. Tolerable risks are a risk. Suppose in a workplace, if I put you in this way, suppose you are working in a workplace and there are certain activities which are very high level of risk, but you need to tolerate. Why? Because of the efforts, because of your money, because of your time you have spent on it. So you are going to tolerate that risk to certain level. That is why we say tolerable risk. Then it comes acceptable risk. Acceptable risks are a certain level of risk. Beyond that we are not going to do anything. We need to accept in that level. That is called acceptable risk. Like for example, if there is a sun is a hazard, but we are going to provide water, drinking facilities, sheds for people to rest, so that we can reduce to a certain level that is acceptable. Beyond this level we are not able to do anything. That is called acceptable level. Then we say qualitative assessment. Look, in assessment there are a lot of type of assessment. We say risk assessment, dynamic assessment, qualitative assessment, quantitative assessment. So you need to differentiate with all these terminologies. Qualitative is when people are talking or doing assessment of group of people, their emotions, their feelings, that is we call it qualitative assessment. Quantitative assessment is an assessment when we do with numbers. How many people they perform that job, how many people they got sick, how many people they got injury, that we are dealing with numbers. That is called quantitative assessment. Then comes risk assessment. Risk assessment is a critical examination of evaluation of risk and estimating of the risk. So it's a 5-step of risk assessment. Might be all people are knowing, like identify the hazard, decide who might be harmed, estimate and evaluate the risks as per the precaution measure, record the findings, and last review the assessment. So we can going to make a video, a separate video in risk assessment, which will be coming soon, so that you can able to get informative from that. And in that video I will be going to explain you how to prepare a risk assessment. Basically all companies they are making risk assessment, but some people they make it more complicated and some more make it simple and put some colors and put some extras. But when I am going to teach you in my videos, there will be a basic. So from that basic, whenever you go to any part of the world, in any other company, you will find the risk assessment and you can able to perform or conduct a risk assessment very easily. Dynamic risk assessments are the risk assessment which generally we do when the time of the work is in progress. Like for example, we are doing some job in a workplace and the time certain things happens. Already the job is started. We have done risk assessment and the job is already started. Then certain like unavoidable or natural calamities or something happens. So what you will do? That is called dynamic risk assessment, and stop the job and then you do the risk assessment again to make people safe and prevent any injuries and accident. Then assessment also can be two types. One we call it formative assessment and one we call it summative assessment. Formative assessments are assessment which we generally do it before giving any information or training. Like for example, people came to conduct a training. You just give a little chance to make them to know if they are able to understand what we are going to deliver to them. This is called formative assessment. Then after the completion of the training or after the completion of any program, we are giving a short questionnaire to the people to make us to understand they understood or not. And last we have competency. A person is competent when he have knowledge, skill and experience. So these are the terminology which we are generally performing or conducting in our work site. So if my videos are good and you are informative, you can put your comments in the dialog box and I will be appreciating and I will feel very heartily that I will give you reply for all your comments.